Hello, this is Linda Vettrus-Nichols, and do I have an amazing woman to introduce you to, Alexandra Enke. Welcome, Alexandra.
Hi, Linda. So nice being with you here today.
Always a pleasure, my dear. Okay, so we're going to be talking about we have a unique light. And so, yeah, we come from the light, and we do have this light that we shine out into the world. So in your mind, what makes that light unique? And how do we even know it's unique?
So there's we are born into this world with of course our genetic imprint, our genetic light that is everyone has when they are a baby.
Yeah.
And then all those experiences happen to us, like how we are raised, how we are as children in school, which friends we make, which experience we make, and up to the point where we choose what profession we take, what we study, all life experiences, all those patterns that go through our life that make us unique. And there is no one exactly like us in that world, because we are just unique with the genes, with the stories that we have about ourselves and the experiences that we have about ourselves.
Yeah, and absolutely.
And there is also because of this uniqueness, there's something that I see in people, and I bet all of you that you witness that too, that you see that there is this potential that everyone just carries with them. And I call it light, others call it potential, power, however.
And human potential, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's there in everyone, and we have the choice to shine it or to cover it up. And of course there's some more fortunate and more unfortunate lights there in the world. Some got really covered with a lot of misery and a lot of trauma and pain in their childhood or in their later experiences and adulthood. So sometimes the light is so much covered in all of those stuff that it's so hard to see even the bigger flame, but it's there, and it's just the way is to wrap it up, find all those pieces, and then find out a flame, find that and nurture it, and basically direct our lives with the compass of our light that we have within us.
I love it. Yeah. And there's a flip side of that too. It's we aren't unique. We aren't different. We are human, and there are human responses. Everybody has the same response, right? And in our uniqueness, we don't, right? We all trigger differently or whatever. And yet it's kind of like the apple and gravity,
I love it.
All the apples fall. Unless maybe they're so underdeveloped, they don't. Just in general, there's things. And so I noticed in coaching, we're so used to thinking and enjoying our uniqueness that we sometimes forget that we aren't unique and that we all have a story and blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I love one of my mentors, Graham Boyle, he put it in, there's one world we are striving for. So unique and oneness. And this is like yin and yang together. That's how I see it. We have this oneness of us all being human and being one and being part of this planet and universe, human race, right? And then, and not even just human race, of just being alive and being a form of that is manifested here in the world. And then the other piece is our uniqueness. So it's always in this duality, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I usually say unity without uniformity, right? So I did a book, it's a compilation book of different people I had interviewed, and it's called We Are One Woman and We Do Shine, Unity Without Uniformity.
And I love it.
Right? And the foreword is written by a veteran, a female veteran, with complex PTSD and suicide ideation. And so she explains the unity without uniformity based on how the military is set up. But it's one military, and yet they have all these different branches of the military, and they operate differently. And yet sometimes they operate the same as well. So unity without uniformity. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so back to this. So shine your light, and your light is divine. Is that what you mean by, like, it's divine? It's our divinity. Our light is.
So like the point of it's divine is that I hope this does not sound now woo-woo for all the people that are not so much into like the spiritual field. So I'm a really scientist, like I was a natural scientist by school, like by training, I'm always looking into science.
Yeah.
So I was really cautious about all the spiritual stuff, like when my spiritual journey started. However, what I figured out is that there is a guidance from somewhere that is present. And that's like what I mean with divine. And some people call it God, some people call it higher self, some people call it universe. Mm-hmm. Some people just call it my inner guidance or inner voice, intuition, even all of that. Yeah. Yes, that's the divine. Like this is like the true soul talking to you and giving you the answers and the guidance that is already there. And in my spiritual journey, when I figured out that like basically all those things that I want to manifest in the world, or like goals I want to give, if I do that in line with my divine, suddenly it goes in ease. Suddenly everything is in flow. Suddenly everything is like just there and going out and attracting. Exactly. Yeah. And you just need to listen and trust and act upon it. Yeah, and that sounds so easy. However, this is like the hard work.
And it's not the hard work if you're letting go. That's part of like the idea. Like there is no such thing as manifesting. Even the Bible doesn't have that word. It has the word manifest. It means it's right there. You just don't see it. Your radio dial is not tuned into it. That doesn't mean the energy's not there, right? The frequency's there. You just haven't like tuned into it to see it. So yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
So hard work is maybe not the right sentence. It's, I think you need to figure out.
No, it is hard work. I totally, unless you let go, which is like the manifesting generator's way. Yeah. It's easy for us to just let go. And it reminds me of Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, and then there's 50 million other chicken soup books from him now. And he was just standing in the shower and he got the idea for the book, and it's just an idea, right? He didn't, grab onto it and it's like, oh, it's a brilliant idea and I have to do this. I have to do this for the world, It was an idea. And then he steps out of the shower, and I think within like the next 24, 48 hours, he ends up meeting someone from Esquire magazine of all things, and just boom, 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 boom. One thing led to another, and there was the book, and now it's like boom, 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 more and more and more came out of him, even just with that concept. So if you want to, bring things in quickly, one of the magical pieces that gets forgotten is to let go, right? Know the outcome, see it and decide. Like Terry saw a banana seat bike. You can tell how old my husband is. He saw a banana seat bike in the window. It was like the first one that hit down, and it was like, that's my bike. He didn't say, ooh, I want that bike. He said, that's my bike, right? And then he just went home and let go. It was a couple towns away, right? And he just did the things, the logical things, to bring that bike to him, which was ask people to, for little jobs around town and just keep saving up for his bike. And then he did. He got it. It's right.
Yeah.
So probably the letting go part is to not say, I want it, right? Because want is actually a lack word. It's just decide, that's my bike. That's how kids do it.
Yeah, and
right?
it's going to happen. So you come actually from a place that this is already truth.
Yeah. And it's a sense that it's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
It's not a fact. It's just a sense that it is going to happen. And that's how you can like do the let go. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes. Cool. So I just feel it like when I get like those, I just feel it.
Yeah.
And I release.
Yeah, exactly.
The neediness,
Yeah, like the
all
lack,
of that.
The want, you betcha. That's how it's done.
You let it go, and then you're like happy in the now, and just living it.
And whatever it is,
attract and come to you.
Yep.
Law of attraction, how it works. Yeah.
My husband says, make decisions with your heart. Which is your human, use your soul for counsel and your brain for storage. And I always add for temporary storage. And then he signs off Earth Wind on that one. So I love that. Okay, so we have a unique light and we each bring a gift, right? So you bring a gift, I bring a gift. So I have a problem with that one, like, I have these gifts, I was given these gifts. And a lot of times we come in in our divinity, right? As a fully embodied soul, because we're not a human, right? We're actually a soul, and we embody a human. And so then when it comes to the idea that, hey, we came in pretty much on an equal plane, although as we were talking earlier, like in human design, the planets were aligned a certain way, right? So we do have a unique gift, just like we are unique. And then there's a flip side of it too, is like we are all gifted. Anything you think about God, omnipresent, omniscient, all the clairs, all clairvoyance, this, that, and the next thing. We do have the ability to do all of the woo, right? Yeah. And yet we forget. And so as we go through our human journey of filters from parents and falling prey to a predator, in that stage of being a predator and then blaming other people and not owning our stuff. And then when we start owning our stuff, we get into addictions, because like now we're so guilty, we need to like cover stuff up. That's where suicide ideation is. And when we finally get through like blaming ourselves stage and we get back to who we really are, that fully embodied soul, then people say, ooh, what do you remember? And we can actually charge to tell them, right? And so it looks like we like have this incredible gift of helping people that's different from another person's gift. And like you said, yes, because it's a unique journey even, right? And we all have a journey. So that whole idea on gift can go back and forth, just like we're all unique. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I can completely sign off to that.
Sign off.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, because it's like the unique light is also the unique gift, and we are gifted in that sense that we got all of that for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's like more like the purpose direction here. So why are we here, and what are we going to bring into this world? How do we going to make this a better place? So we actually receive, the divine messages, like but then is like bringing that gift into the world.
Amen, Sister Cool. Thank you so much, Alexandra. I love chatting with you.
Yes, me too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.